two, one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Philosophy Culture. I'm here with my big bro, Emils.
I'm here with my big bro, Casted.
What's up, bro?
And I'm good, bro. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm doing great as well. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about seven different traditions that we should take back. And some of those being,
Yeah, dressed nicely, sitting together with your family at the dinner table, which is really important, and maybe singing a song for your loved one, stuff like that. So, yeah, check it out.
check it out.
So, cool. So, let's start with the classic question then.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to bring some old traditions back?
That's a really good question because I don't have actually a real answer for it. But yeah, I think it's just interesting to look at some old traditions and see how the society has changed and how some habits and norms have changed. Um, and I don't know, like I wouldn't say I have a proper argument for why we should bring some um, old traditions back, even though I think that the society has become more, or like some people in the society lack manners. And so I think that some older traditions were more polite. So yeah,
Yeah.
that would be like one argument. I don't know. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think like you, I think.
Yeah, it's a difficult question.
No, but actually, I was thinking of. I think in today's society we have lost values. Like people aren't as aware of, you know, values that should should be as your non-negotiables almost in a way. You know, like certain things just are you're crossing the line with,
Hmm.
and I think people back in the day, yeah, we're just more united, and that they had stronger values, uh, were more polite, as you said, as you said, and yeah, there were just certain things you would do that would help you become a nice grown up. Um, how we used to shake the teacher's hand in
Yeah.
school, and there was this one teacher in specific that said that we would be good car salesmen.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
Like
that.
things like that, like people appreciate it still, I feel like,
Yeah.
and we just have strived or gone away from just certain traditional things that are just good in general, that shows respect, and yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing because I feel that some traditions, you know, are related to some values which indicate that you actually respect the other person or the other persons you're meeting with.
For sure.
So yeah, I think that's a really good point. Yeah.
For sure. And that might be the kind of the almost the main argument
Mm.
regarding like today's society, why we should bring certain values back, because so many people are just so disrespectful in so many ways. uh it almost feels like anything goes nowadays, you know. There
Mm.
are no certain lines, there aren't any boundaries almost in many aspects of life. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
well, so anyway, for this episode, we have a list of seven different traditions that we should take back, right? Yeah.
Or yeah, from this one article at least that we found, well, we
Yeah.
can discuss back and forth if how necessary they are actually.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel that some traditions here, like habits maybe, are irrelevant
Right.
in today's world. Even though I think
Interesting.
you would appreciate some. So for example, if we start with the first one, which is writing letters,
Yeah.
you know, indeed, like it's not necessary anymore. And you know, why would you send, like, why would I send you a letter that takes, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days to get from my city to your city, where we could just send each other a message. On the other hand, I think that it's still like very, like if I would get a sort of written letter from somebody, I think I would like really appreciate it. And yeah, depending on the situation and what is written, I would actually feel that it's more real somehow, just because it's written by hand,
Yeah.
like it's handwritten. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, because
Yeah.
the written letter just has more soul to it. Like it's just more you. It shows that if I were to send you a written letter, I think it would show that I care more, or like it would be like more, yeah, just more caring. Like it would bring more meaning to it than just send a message on Messenger or whatever.
Mm.
So I think in certain moments of life, I think writing a letter by hand would be really strong gesture.
Yeah.
Really appreciated one at that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, like I like when I'm thinking about writing letters, I sort of associate it with, you know, having audiobooks or like ebooks compared to physical books. You know, I don't think the physical books will ever lose its value, even though if they may lose its value, it will like be very difficult because it's still some sort of, I don't know, it's the feeling of, you know, having something really in your, like,
The real thing.
yeah, like the object. I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, I guess it's like related to sentiments and, you know, emotions too.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know, like regarding writing letters, I don't find it so common anymore, even though I know that some older generations used to send like postcards during, you know, Christmas or something, you know.
My family still does it, like sending
Ooh.
like written like postcards, at Christmas or whatever,
Yeah.
on certain holidays like birthdays and stuff.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there's this aspect of real things because everything's becoming so digital, and yeah, I think we need some old school things back, even though the Matrix doesn't want that, but whatever. We need it back.
Here we go again.
We need that shit.
No, I'm just kidding with you. Yeah.
Whatever. Second point, dressing smartly. I actually like this one.
All right. How come?
Once again, if we dress up for occasion like special events, like special occasions, it will also bring more meaning to it. People will take pride in being dressed up. It will show that you care more also. And yeah, that is where my thoughts go at the moment.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, because I feel that some younger generations or some people are actually not emphasizing the appearance so much. even though for some situations it does play a huge role.
For sure.
So yeah, and I don't talk just about, I don't talk about work and stuff like interviews and stuff like that, but I'm just talking generally. So yeah, and I remember that in our upper secondary school,
Yeah.
yeah, like there was a huge difference between children based on their interest, hobbies, but also maybe on education, right?
Wait, what do you mean? Like the difference between like how smartly or how good they
Or
would
like
dress?
well dressed you were, but obviously that could be like based on more factors that than like that could obviously be related to more factors than just uh, hobbies or education. It could also be based on economic situation and I don't know, taste,
Parents.
parents. Yeah,
Because in the school we went to, uh, at the, what do you call it when you go for summer break? You know, this graduation
yeah.
in a way, or yeah, at least for the ones that kind of were finishing their last grade in that particular school. Yeah, some parents would come uh, in just working clothes for that event. You know, that was such a whoa, bro. Do you like remember? There were like certain parents that would like show up, uh, just in the bright yellow pants and stuff. Like, damn, bro.
I even remember that someone came in flip flops, but maybe it was on my on my brother's graduation or something. But I
Right.
remember that someone had flip flops, or maybe it was for the Christmas sort of event. Yeah, I
Right.
don't exactly remember. But yeah, that's again like it's very, very hard to judge, or like not judge, but talk about people that maybe don't respect that sort of dress code in certain situations, because in the end you don't know what financial situation that person or persons are in.
Well, I don't know if you can blame it on the financial situation always,
Partly, not always. That
because you don't have to dress smartly. I don't think you have to dress expensively,
yeah, sure, yeah, of course, yeah.
and especially like where we lived. Like I don't think financials was a big concern for the natives, so to speak. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah. I was talking about like more general.
Generally, okay, okay,
Yeah.
right.
But that's true. Like, I still think that there were, I think, the majority, if not all, of the students or like children and their parents had a decent financial situation.
Sure.
So yeah, but yeah, it's a interesting example. But yeah, again, maybe some people don't emphasize it. Some people don't care. But it would be nice, as we said, it would be nice to see some people maybe focusing more on it. And yeah,
Yeah, and just bring back the appreciation of it.
mm, yeah,
But yeah,
that's maybe an old school taste we have. I don't know.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I would say we are more old school
yeah,
uh,
that's true.
in terms of like, yeah, in our generation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, cool. So
Yeah.
what's the next one?
So the third one, I don't know how to pronounce it. To be honest with you, uh, is it like French? I don't know.
Yes, sir. So you have some pressure now.
Oh, fuck off. uh, Madrid, I don't know. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but it said that restaurants used to have someone at the door who was dedicated to your experience. They took care of your every need and anticipated what you wanted before you could ask for it. Typical wait staff is great, but the Maitre, I don't know, took pride in their jobs and had exquisite customer service.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with that because I don't come like from uh, that kind of social economic class. So or even maybe it was even like pretty far back in the day. So maybe like people aren't that familiar with that concept at all these days. So I don't know, but it sounds sounds interesting though.
Yeah, I mean, this was the first time I ever heard this word or actually read it. So it sounds interesting, and I have never experienced it myself either. Um, Even though it may be prevalent in fancier restaurants,
Yeah,
I guess. Um,
like hmm,
but you know what? Like, I feel that this point is more emphasis, like it's emphasizing the customer service
hmm,
somehow. And as the Fastlane book emphasized, that the customer service has been so poorly managed,
yeah,
uh, even though it has a huge sort of weight on a business success. So, like this point just reminds me that, customer service, like this is more, I don't know, I relate it more to business uh, somehow. Uh, and I don't know, just that the businesses should be more customer focused maybe and provide a proper customer service and a genuine one or like a, serious.
right, yeah. The word genuine,
Mm,
I think it's missing.
yeah.
But like, it's interesting though because how could you emphasize it, or like how could the person that is doing the customer service, so to say, how could he or she take pride in it if it isn't really rewarded?
Yeah, that's true as well.
Because there's no incentive for the person to take great pride in it if there's no kind of reward or kind of respect given. Because you
Yeah.
know how some customers treat the ones that is kind of doing the customer service, that is serving
Yes.
customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But that again has to do somehow with the behavior and like how you have been raised. Because in the end, you're just treating like that person has the exact same value as yourself,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Just that it is working as a he or she is working as a whatever it like I don't even know how to pronounce it.
But like, yeah, it's
Uh,
just the customer service.
Yeah, like a waitress or whatever,
Yeah,
Like
cashier.
even though you're a waitress or CEO, yeah, sure, like professionally speaking, you have very different sort of uh, experiences and earn differently. But in the end, like if you look at the basics, like you shouldn't,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, treat a person differently based on their profession. So yeah,
But yeah, there we go again. It's the kind of the
yeah,
criticism, the social economic status discrimination in some sense.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can talk more about it in another episode.
certainly.
All right. So fourth point.
Bringing a meal to a friend in need.
I actually like this one a lot.
So apparently, it used to be a custom to bring a hot cooked meal to a family member who was in need.
Yeah.
Like either got married, had a new baby, moved, and so on. Yeah, that's nice. Even though I have I'm not I'm not so used to it, even though like we do it on Christmas, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh so you share some of your food, like traditional Latvian food,
Yeah.
and I share some of my traditional food.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting.
Some Romanian deliciousness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. But that again, that again isn't really. We aren't really like bringing a meal to a family in need, so to say. It's just more
No.
a polite thing. But this concept I really like. Uh, it just goes back to show more affection for people around you, like that you care, like show more genuine love, because I think
Yeah.
that is just missing from today's society. Like we are so kind of losing the human aspect of life in a way, because everybody is so success focused, and kind of you can, yeah.
I just think that the concept has changed. So instead of, giving a meal to somebody, you just invite him or her out for a restaurant, dinner or lunch or whatever.
So okay, so you would say it's still um, prevalent, and
Yeah, I mean it could be, like if you, for example, have moved like to a new apartment or a new house or whatever,
right,
then maybe, I could be like, yeah, what about, you haven't had time to cook anything, so let's go out and I don't know, have dinner or lunch or whatever.
right.
Even though in some cases it might actually come from, in this situation, your side, as you would be like, yeah, hey, do you feel like going out and having a deal, like a dinner with me or like lunch, because I haven't had time to cook anything.
I think it's meant to be the other way around. No.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing I want to like talk, say
Okay.
that I think the concept has changed, and also that the one in need is asking for others to join.
Okay. Okay. Right. 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 Yeah. Mm.
I don't know. I mean, that's very general, and it's just an thought. I don't know.
Yeah. And also, I don't know. I think it also depends on where you live. Maybe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we are maybe more so referring to north of Europe, kind of the Scandinavian.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, maybe we are just not really used to how people live here. Like, even though we have lived here for like almost our whole lives, but yeah, just missing that social part, the connection, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if you have felt the same thing, but I feel that we have lived in two, or at least I have lived in between two different cultures, you know,
Yeah,
and that is because my family has another background compared to the society we live in today, or like the country and blah blah blah,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. So manners is the fifth point. Uh, what kind of manners would you like to see come back the most? To make a comeback, what manners do you want to make a comeback the most?
That's a good question. Um, I don't know, but here in the article, it gives an example of using or addressing people in a certain way, like Miss, Madame, Mister, and
Mm-hmm.
so on. And, I think that's really interesting because in some countries, this is still very emphasized.
Yeah.
As for example, in France, and even in some Eastern European countries like Romania, it's kind of unpolite to address a older um, lady,
Yeah.
without saying Mrs. blah 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 or
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Madame.
Right.
Madame is yeah in France. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
but you get the idea. Yeah.
no, for sure. Yeah. I don't know really how it is. If it's, I don't know how it is with the Mrs. and the Mister thing in Latvia. To be honest,
Mm.
I know when you speak to an older lady. Let's take that example. You don't. How would you even say this in English? You don't say you to the lady. You say, uh, in translation, it would be. I think it's same in Swedish. To be honest, you say, what the heck?
I think you are also saying you, but you're referring to more
To
persons, a group
plural.
of
Yeah,
people. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So, oh yeah, exactly. We just said
yeah, yeah, and that's the same in Spanish,
same
where they have
principle.
usted.
Mm,
In Romania, they use it in France.
mm,
I
exactement.
think it was like it used to be. It used to be used. I guess it used to be used. It used to be common here in Sweden as well. Like especially since, or if you read some older books or articles or stuff like that, there are some people approaching others by saying ni, like you, like the
Yeah,
plural version.
plural. Yeah.
Um,
I still use it like in Swedish. Like it feels kind of natural to if you're speaking to a stranger, like especially like an older person.
yeah.
But yeah, but that's really interesting because how do you feel about kind of doing that thing in schools? Because it kind of, if you have to approach the professor or the teacher with saying Mister and then saying his last name, I think that was kind of a, I wouldn't say a issue. Maybe in some cases that kind of the student and the teacher is like more distance, in terms of the hierarchy in school. Because nowadays we can, at least here in Scandinavia, or I would assume other places as well, you can say just the name of the teacher to speak to the teacher, like approach the teacher as more of a friend-ish relationship, mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that formal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the yeah. Um I mean it's really hard to say because as you said, like the let's say the Scandinavian societies could be more informal, um, like especially when it comes to schools and how you addressing people, what you said.
Yeah, right.
While in France, as you also know, you're approaching the teacher with Madame or Monsieur. Um, so yeah, I don't know. like I believe the whole thing is about respect, and I think that you should respect a person that has more knowledge and experience than you do, as long as he or she is also respecting you back and wants to learn, like teach you something.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, that's my opinion. However, in like, I feel that in the Scandinavian school, it feels more like, sure, more chill, just calling everyone by their first name. But in the end, I think it's also reflecting on how much respect it is shown to other people in a society. In some cases.
Wait, how do you mean? Like, so if you address the teacher by his or her first name, that would reflect.
No, I was just thinking that in societies where schools are more, let's say, based on respect
Right.
and manners,
Yeah.
I think that will also be reflected to a certain extent in the society
Mm,
itself.
right, for sure.
That is that the respect and the manners are emphasized,
Hmm.
and sort of basically that the society itself is, yeah, what should I say? Like,
Has better manners.
yeah, yeah, let's conclude it that way. However, in the society where, you know, where there's a lack of respect and education in school, then you may see some lack of respect in the society and lack of manners. I think like the whole thing is about lack of manners.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. How about you?
Wait, what is the question?
Yeah. I don't exactly remember. The funny thing is that you asked me a question and I answered it, but then I lost the formulation of the question. Wait, what's the
Wait. So I think the question I was asking you is if addressing a teacher by Mr. or Mrs. would like put more create a bigger like distance or gap between the student and the teacher. That was my initial question.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misinterpreted that. Yeah, I think I misinterpreted it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but then yeah, it would. I think it does. What the like what? I've been talking on something completely different. I've been talking about society and stuff. But yeah, then I think it does. Yeah.
No,
Because as you said, it creates the hierarchical sort of structure of the whole thing.
yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, then again, it just goes back to respect.
Yeah. 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 Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Sixth one. Sitting through a whole dinner. Oh. So I wait. So dinner etiquette is dying art form. I agree with that. Staying seated for the entire duration of the meal. Keep your elbows off the table. Take your time. Wait. Damn. Take your time. Uh, enjoying the meal. Most importantly, put the phone away. Have a genuine conversation with those sitting around you. I love this one because I think we, yeah, like we have said plenty of times. I think we are missing like connection in today's society, and that would be a really good tradition or habit to uh, emphasize more. I think certain families still do it. I think your family still does it, right? Like you are eating together and like
Yes. Yeah.
That's really cool. So yeah, I would like to see that kind of to for that tradition or habit to gain more popularity again, because like it doesn't even have to be with friends, just or with family. It can also be with friends to kind of almost do it more formally, like it just, or I don't know. Yeah, just in general, I like to see it gain more popularity. Yeah. What about you?
Absolutely. No, I was, I'm still stuck on the previous point we had because, we I was still thinking about it because after I said it, I was like, well, you started to read the other point, and I was thinking like, even though you respect the teacher more,
Yeah.
like it doesn't necessarily create a distance between the teacher and the sort of student because even the respect could also bring closeness and mutual respect, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well.
on the other hand, it could be a close relationship, but based on respect.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So just because it's informal doesn't mean that you
Don't have respect. Yeah.
don't have respect or are sort of closer.
Right.
Because even though you are informal, you could have a great distance because you don't treat each other right.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
So I think it's a lot like it depends a lot.
I agree with that. Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and, and I think it ultimately comes down to the teacher,
Exactly. Yeah. And the students. Yeah.
because I feel like the teacher is like in a academical setting, kind of
Hmm.
with yeah the higher position in the hierarchy, so to say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
for sure, it's yeah
Yeah.
comes down to respect for both from the student and the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And regarding the dinners, let's jump back to our point, like the point we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you said regarding the connections and spending more time together. I think dinners and eating together is like a essential part of that sort of family feeling
Yeah.
and togetherness that you can experience in families. Um, hopefully, in most families. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say like. Do you feel it's a tradition that has disappeared or been diminishing? Because I think it's true. Like if you said that, yeah, we are busier. Everyone is working. Everyone, is on their phone, on their computer, tablet, like iPad, iPhone,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, but yeah,
So I don't know too
mm,
many families like uh, just in general,
mm,
but I think the iPads, the iPhones, the phones has severely uh, impacted that habit for sure. Even though I don't know all the families in the world, but uh, my guess would be that it has diminished.
yeah, yeah. And one of the points here it says that most importantly, put away the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that because from my experience, like the best and the funniest conversations are at the dinner table.
Right.
After you have finished eating and you just sit down and then just talk about everything and so on.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I really like that sort of tradition or habit.
Mm.
and I think that contributes to the family togetherness, or like the family
Bond,
bond. Yeah.
for sure.
And I don't know, maybe not necessarily, around the dinner table, but it could be that, everyone sits in the living room and just talk without their phones, computers, or other stuff interrupting them.
Yeah.
So yeah. And unfortunately, I think it has been, it's kind of seldom, or like it's rarely occurring anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And when you asked me if I think that tradition has like this diminished, yeah, I would say definitely. Actually, now when I think more about it, like yeah, because the whole fatherlessness, like with so many families, like you're not having a like just this good family dynamic. I feel like because there are so many distractions and so many almost traps. I would say that any of the family members can end up in that is set out for them. Like either it's the child or the father, or just uh, going back to the Matrix stuff. Like yeah, they're just benefiting of families being weak, and yeah. So I would say definitely. So we need to bring back the traditional family dinners, and yeah, see more of that for sure.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And then the last point. Bro. Okay, singing songs to your love.
Yeah, some romantic shit.
Okay, you go ahead first with this one. Yeah. So I don't know why do you think we should bring it back, or I don't know why. Like,
I don't know. Like men used to chase after women with songs, poems, and chivalry. That's how it's pronounced, I think. Uh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like did men really chase after women? I know that there's like all this little like literature uh, in saying like that men did that, but I don't know. I feel like men were more masculine back in the day, and maybe it was like a more of a sign of appreciation, like from the guy to the woman, like especially from the more artsy guys, maybe.
hmm.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, kind of let your soul do the speaking, so to say, like through music and art and stuff like that. Uh, but I don't know, like we have like first of all sabotage the like the masculine energy in men nowadays, and if we were to bring back this kind of idea, and I don't know, I don't think it would really work out too well. It would be like seen as even more like simpy, if you can say that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on the relationship dynamic as well. Like, because we should bring back romance into our relationships. That I agree with. Like, yeah. Uh, but I don't know if the singing part is kind of taking it too far. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, like yeah, I will skip the singing part because sure, like if you're talented and can sing or play guitar, sure, go ahead. But I wouldn't stand outside someone's balcony and start singing,
Yeah.
because I will have stuff flying at me uh, from different directions. But anyway, I think the whole point is more related to like relationships and education, because it feels like the older generations were more educated in terms of songs and poems,
Yeah.
and it was a way of showing love and being romantic. Nowadays, I wouldn't say that our generations are so educated
Yeah, for sure. In terms
through
of
showing love through, yeah, but like, yeah, our generations are not so educated by showing love through those types of methods. But
mm,
now it's more like, yeah, Tinder, and like songs. What songs do you hear on the radio? Like,
what the
about
those
bitches, money, yeah, yeah, like drugs, guns, and so on. So I think there is a lot of, yeah. I
yeah,
think the emphasis is on like the,
right. No, yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah. So the emphasis will be more on like how you declare your love, or how you
Mm, mm, mm.
show your love.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And like another thing is our generations like aren't really taught
Hmm.
and educated like that much in literature. We don't appreciate it that much, and yeah, and we aren't taught as much. Like sure, Shakespeare, Hamlet, but that's it. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
but I would actually like to see the appreciation of literature, of masterpieces and the arts of literature, works of literature. I don't know how you really say, but yeah, if those things would also make more like make a comeback,
Yeah. Yeah.
because yeah, just writing and speaking, those things that were really, I think, emphasized back in the day, just so badly like taught in today's school system.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. That's true.
yeah. Do you have any other points you would like to bring up? Any other things you're maybe thinking of now when we have gone through some traditions, habits?
No, not what I can, not what I can come up with right now, at least.
Okay.
No, I don't know. How about you?
I would like to like kind of bring up one thing from the manners fifth point. Uh, I would like to see men make a comeback, being more chivalrous, or like to yeah, be more gentleman towards women. Like yeah, fuck all the feminist BS that they are imposing on us. Just be men, be kind to women. Do like don't be simpy in any way, but like yeah, bring back the chivalrous act. And opening the door. Stuff.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I think we need some of that back as well.
Yeah. More manners based on masculinity and respect.
Yeah,
To conclude, yeah.
sure.
I mean, we are men, and I don't know, like, yeah. So we can just talk about the masculine side, but I don't know, like, from the
Women too.
feminine.
Women too. We need some see some back in the day habits from women as well.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
getting too masculine broads out here, so we need some. No, but like, yeah, that's no kidding.
Yeah. Well, how about kissing a woman's hand?
Oof, I like that.
Mm.
Especially like, well, maybe like not like if the girl is taken. I don't like that, to be honest. Even though I have like seen that it occurs, or in some movies at least. Uh, yeah, I don't like that. But like if it's a single woman, you're on like first date or something like, yeah, I like that.
No, I'm just thinking like how the other person would react, honestly.
like the girl.
Yeah, like if you're dating a 20 years old girl and you
Dep-
kiss,
Depending on how she's raised.
that's true. Yeah, true.
If she's buying all this woke nonsense, then I will probably get a slap in the face. But uh, yeah,
I don't, yeah, I don't know. I think it would be more, I think it would come across more as something weird, especially those like,
yeah.
I don't know if I can call them. Nah, like TikTok. I don't know, like TikTok girls. Uh, yeah, that's I don't know.
Just say how it is, bro. Just say how it
Yeah,
is.
bro. I mean, that's what I wanted to say, and I don't like. There are TikTok boys as well, I guess.
Right. Do you think like the more woke?
Bro, I don't know, but that I don't know. But in my opinion, sorry, this is my opinion. You
Yeah,
know what? I won't say sorry for it because it's my opinion. But dancing on TikTok and doing stuff like that is kind of, you know, like I don't know. I just can't relate those type of people that are doing that with sort of accepting or like being sort of unsurprised by manners such as kissing a girl's hand. Do you follow?
no. Like, do you mean like that those people would just see that as a weird thing, or like?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because they are more modern and like more,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I think you get my point. So
more
yeah,
woke, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, like everyone has their own hobbies and
Yeah,
leisure time activities, but yeah.
for sure. And those people that are making good money off of it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean that could be a business though. Yeah. Like you could make a lot of money on it.
I would
Yeah.
be dancing as well.
Yeah. Maybe I will see on TikTok, even though I don't have it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Like I've seen that some sort of TikTok clips are getting viral on Instagram and Facebook, I think, or I don't know.
Yeah,
But
so maybe
anyway,
so. Maybe we should make a dance together as well.
yeah, right. Via Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. That's the thing, like, yeah. That was a very bad generalization in my opinion. Calling girls and boys for TikTokers or whatever they
Well, like
identify as.
the younger
Uh,
generation, I don't know. I think,
yeah.
yeah,
But as I said, I mean, there are
but,
people doing a lot of money on TikTok.
yeah.
So, massive respect to those. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast about some old school manners. We hope that you enjoyed it and that you got some new value that will help you navigate life's spin.
Exactly. And we would love to interact with you in the comment section. So please comment your thoughts and opinions down below. And we would love to see you subscribe to our channel so that we could see each other grow together.
Yeah.
So thanks for today and adios.
Until next time.